Hi, it's Keiko at WisteriaSuriRanch.com, and today I am going to show you how to needle felt a bunny in a basket. So this is actually part of the felted Earth Angel tutorial where she has a little basket, but it can be, you can just make your basket or bunny basket without the Earth Angel. So there is a free video tutorial for the Earth Angel on YouTube. So please enjoy that. But let me go ahead and work on the bunny part. So this PDF, which is actually part of the whole tutorial, just this pattern size for the bunny will be free at my website at WisteriaSuriRanch.com under, I think, the needle felting. So let me get started with the materials. So you're going to need a 4-inch or 10 centimeter pipe cleaner for the basket handle. Right here. And then you're going to need a basket color wool. You're going to want 0.07 ounces or roughly 2 grams. You'll want some bunny fiber. It's about 0.04 ounces or 1 gram, and a pinch of black and pinch of pink for the eyes and nose. And for the decoration, you can use anything, but these are lamb locks that I used in the Earth Angel and had extra, so I added these to the basket. And yeah, I think we covered it all. So the first step you'll want to do is to wrap your basket handle. So you're just going to get your basket color. You're just going to take a little piece of that, and we're going to leave a little bit on the end here. I'll show you in the pattern. It says extra wool, just so that you'll have something to attach it to the basket. So it doesn't really matter. You can just keep it kind of fluffy like that, and then we'll later, we'll later clean that up. Okay, so just like the arms and how you wrap a pipe cleaner, you want to keep this flat and straight like this and relatively tight. Okay, so you don't want to twist it, so you're just kind of putting it on very flat like this. Oh, sorry. Okay, just like that. And then you're just going to leave a little bit of extra, and I will show you how we felt that in. So I am actually going to do a close-up so you can see it better. So I'll catch you in a minute. Okay, so now that you have a close-up, we're just going to secure it by poking. Just be careful where the wire is so you don't poke right into the wire, but just around it. Okay, and then these are the 2 ends here. So I'm just gonna create like a little tab so that I can move these over. I'll have something that would be really fluffy and easy to attach to the basket. So it can be really little if all you have left over at the end is small. I just happen to have a little extra, so I'm just keeping it like that, and then it'll just go in. And then this side, I'm just gonna go like this. Oops. There we go. So we're just poking. Okay, so that's gonna help attach. Okay, so now we got the little handle, and then you'll just bend it like that. Okay, so let me clean that up just a little. Okay, so you can kind of see in the pattern guide here, wrap and then have the little extra. Okay, so put that over here. So the next part, we're just going to make the basket, and I do have the size. It's about 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches, or it can be 6.5 centimeters depending on what you use. So it's just really like that. I don't think I'm going to need that. Okay, and I'm just going to poke it into a circle. Just like that. Oops. it's a little big, you can make it smaller. If it's a little too small, you can add more wool and make it a little bit bigger. So let me see how that is. Or it doesn't really matter. Okay, so that's a little on the big side. So I'm going to actually just kind of use my hands to felt it a little bit tighter. So I'm putting a little bit of pressure and then going in a circle. Like that. Okay. It's a little smaller. Okay, and then I'm just going to clean it up just a little bit. Okay. And again, it doesn't have to be exact. And you can adjust it based on how large your doll is, or if this is all you're making, it really doesn't matter. Doesn't have to, yeah. Just have to make sure the bunny's a little smaller than the basket. Okay. So we've got the round basket part. Okay, so since we're going to be flipping this over, the nice side I'm going to put on the inside for right now, okay? So I'm gonna fold it in half, and then kind of like you would be sewing the edges, we're going to needle felt and poke both sides like this. Okay, and then you can see it this way. So this is the top and it's open, and I'm just getting kind of like the edges here. I'll show it to you with the pattern guide because it's a little easier to see. And this you do want to poke in really well and nicely so the seams don't come apart when we flip it over. So right now both sides are nicely poked in like this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull that off so you can see this one. Okay, all right, and then from here we're just going to flip it inside out like this. See? And now you have the nice side on the outside. Okay, and then you can see that this was pretty well sewed in. If you're a little worried, you can always just reinforce the seams. Okay, should be okay. Okay, so now we're going to get the handle and on the edges on both sides. So you see this makes it really easy to attach. So this little fluffy part is a little bit below the pipe cleaner, and you'll want to poke, actually that one's not poking in. You'll want to poke on both sides of the wire. Not sure, can you see okay? Let me see, maybe that'll help. Okay, so I'm just poking on both sides of the wire. Kind of like that. And then we're going to put this on the other side. So I'm holding it and poking the fluff in. Okay, we got it. Okay. All right, so far looking really good. Cute little basket. Okay, and then you can sort of adjust it. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and add the decoration. So it's really up to you. You can use anything you want. Okay, so I'm gonna go like this and just poke. So when you poke this in, you want to make sure you're just poking on one layer of this, so you're not poking all the way through. So you might just want to hold it and just sort of poke it in. It should go in pretty quickly, like that. Okay, so we got the front. Let me make sure. Yep, we got the front, and the back is optional. You can do it or not. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the, so that was on the front. I think I'm going to put it on the here's a rooster. I'm going to put it on the inside so the bunny will look like it's sitting in grass, since this back side is going to be right up against the earth angel if you're making the earth angel too. So I'm going to put it on the inside. I think that will probably look. I think he must be one of our younger ones. Still kind of working on his voice. Didn't sound very smooth yet. Okay. And you can take a little more time to make it super nice and neat, but see how it's on the inside? So that should look really cute. Okay, and then I love to add flowers onto everything. Okay, so I'm going to just poke I'm just putting the little bit of lock and then just poking it in place. So here we go. I'm just kind of holding it, poking it. And again, I'm making sure I'm not going right through to both sides and closing the opening. All right. It looks cute. Okay. So we got the basket so far. Great job. And now let's make our bunny. Okay, I'm going to just set that aside. Okay, so the bunny. I love bunnies. Okay, so you can see the little pattern here. Let me show you. The size guide's all there too, so you can use that. So I'm going to save a little bit for the ears just in case. That's way too much, but I'm just going to set that aside. This might be a little more than I need. It's always easier to add to a smaller felted thing. So, okay. So I'm going to start rolling. And you want to do this as tight as you can. So as I'm rolling, I'm going to be very aware that I want the face on one end, and so I want that one to be a little like smaller and tighter. So if I need to sort of start angling the wool a little bit, I do that. So it's a little bit smaller on one end and a little bigger on the other end. So got that so far. And then where the wool comes together, I'm going to felt it together here. Like that. So just only did the bottom right here to keep it together. Now I'm going to go around and poke in. So this is going to be the bunny's back end. So just going to poke it in like that. And you can make the firmness however you like. If you want a softer bunny, then you'll felt it a little less. And if you want a firmer bunny, you would felt tighter. And since this wool is super cooperative, I'm just going to like felt around like this and just create the tail. You see how I just did that? I'm just kind of poking a little bit more over here, underneath too, and leaving a little puff here. You can just roll up a tiny piece of wool and add it later if you end up felting it in, but this makes it so that I don't have to attach anything later. Okay, so that's the little tail, and then I'm going to work on the front. Okay, so just poking away, and depending on the wool you use, the speed will be a little different. So this is a very fast felting wool, which makes me very happy. Okay, and then right now I'm adding a little bit of the where the head and the body comes together, because that's where I'm going to put the ears. So I'm just kind of doing this so I'll know where I can put my ears. Then I'm going to make the face a little smaller and more triangular, I think. Well, that's the goal, where I'm trying. Okay, there we go. All right, she's still a little puffy, but that's okay. All right, so once you get this, you can check it against the size guide. So this bunny's a little bigger, so you can check it going like on top this way, and then this one you can go sideways. So this bunny's a little bigger. I'm actually going to test it to see if she'll fit into my basket, and it looks like she will. So I'm just going to keep her this size. You can make her a little smaller, but for keeping this tutorial decent length and not super long, I'm gonna go on. Okay, so now I'm going to do her ears. So I'm just gonna take a little pinch. I'm just gonna fold it. You can make the ears in so many ways, like you can also rub it, but I'm going to just fold it like once this way, and then I'm just going to kind of roll it going this way. Okay, and then I'm gonna poke. Now this bunny's getting bigger and he's growing, so you really don't need much wool for this little project. Okay. Okay. All right, so I've got this, same thing, folded in half. I'm just gonna kind of roll it like that and then poke. And I do have the size guide, but it seems like everything's going a little bit, so it'll be a little bit bigger. Yeah. Okay. So we got two similar sized ears. Actually, this one looks a little smaller. So the way you can adjust the size, so this one's a little big here, and then this one needs a little bit more here. So I'm just pulling that and then adding it to this. Just a quick way to even it out. Making two equal size anything is very difficult, so you might need to make three. Okay, so here we go. That's close enough for me right now. Ooh, this way. Okay, and then you can put, well, so there are different ways to attach it. So you can just go straight like this and attach it. Or you can also like put it kind of backwards, like so you would, okay, so one way would be to just kind of attach it straight like that and leave it like this. And this wool probably would blend just right in, so I could do that. Some wool, it's a little, it might not make a nice clean finish. Okay, the other way is you put it on like this way backwards, and then you kind of poke it going that way. So why don't I just do each ear a little differently so you can see. So this one, I'm just gonna poke in straight like this, and then I'm gonna clean this up. So as you can see with this wool, you can't really tell because it blends in just super nice, okay? So we got that. Okay, and then the other one, I'm gonna go backwards so I can show you the different ways you can attach it. So this one, I'm going to put the ear poke in that way, and I'm going to put it going backwards like that, and then I'm going to blend that in to the body. Okay, and then now you see the ears going, oops, forward. So I mean, if you wanted like the droopy ear forward one, that works, but also you just can go like this, and then you just clean it up by poking it in right here one more time to make sure. So there, it looks a little different. So in this case, I think this wool works better if I just blend it in forward. It looks a little more smooth and natural. So then you can always just go pull and do it like that, okay? So super easy to fix things if you don't like something. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a pinch of black. All right. Ooh. Okay, so now I'm going to get a pinch of black. So I just have a little bit like extra like this just because otherwise my fiber would just blow away. But you're just like, that's probably still too much. It's just like a few fibers. Okay, and then I'm pulling it apart and I'm gonna just roll it between my fingers. Okay. And again, making it the exact same size, really challenging. Okay, so these actually look almost too big, but I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can do it like that. Okay, so then we're just gonna poke it in. So just position. Yeah, it looks a little on the big side, but that's okay. And sometimes if it's too small, it just sort of disappears in. So okay, here's the other side. And eye positioning is one of the hardest things to do, so it might take a little extra practice. Okay, so you can see this eye went in pretty nicely. I like it. This one, I don't like the angle, so I'm going to actually twist the angle So you kind of see how oh goodness, sorry, the camera. Okay, I'm gonna twist it and then see if I can reposition it in. Okay. So it's not quite perfect, but for the sake of the video, I think that's good enough. You can probably see the difference. Better, yeah. Okay, and see how much is left? You really don't need much. Okay, and then you also need just a pinch of pink, and again, you can use the black or brown or any color you want. That's probably too much, but I'm just gonna do 2 just to see if I can get a really good size. Okay. Yeah, I like the smaller one, so I'm gonna put the little one here on the nose. Although that one looks like it's gonna disappear. Okay, that one disappeared on me, so I'm gonna use the other one. And then poke it in. So you're just poking it in carefully. Usually you want to use a finer gauge needle for fine detail work like that. Okay. There, for right now, that's good enough. You can always spend more time, endless hours. Okay, so we got our bunny, then we're going to put it in our basket, like that. Oh, she's so cute, okay. Look at that. Okay, and then we're gonna move that over. See? That's so cute. So that's how you make your bunny in a basket. Okay, so since the bunny in a basket is also part of the Earth Angel tutorial, I just wanted to show you how I would have her hold the basket. So you'll just need to make sure that you angle her elbow. So remember the arms have wire pipe cleaner in them, so you can bend it. And then I'm just gonna pull this off. So it just kind of depends. So for her, I kind of had to bend it quite a bit. So you can kind of see, so she'll be kind of holding it really tight. So I just kind of put it here and then putting it this way so she can hold it. You can also use thread and needle and sew it together better. It does take just a little bit of moving her arms around to get it just right. Okay, and you can always use a ribbon or something too, so just be creative. And sorry you couldn't quite see it, but it's just really bending the wire so she can hold the basket. So I hope you found that helpful and you enjoy the tutorial. Thanks for watching. Have a beautiful, magical day.